What's up, everybody? It's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out the Konig XG12 Pro on our 2020 Chevrolet Equinox. These are going to be a great way to help you out in the ice and the snow. Let's check them out. So right away, I want to go over some things that I really like about these chains because they are different from other chains out there. I like how easy they are to install. I like that they have the built-in self-tensioner. Not all of them have that. Sometimes you have to get that other tensioner and buy it separately and attach it kind of like in a star pattern. And that's just one more thing you got to remember in your trunk or with your chains. This one's got it built in, so it's right here. You can't lose it, so I like that too. You've already got the chains in your trunk. This is going to be with them. You don't ever have to worry about looking for that part too. They also self-adjust as you're driving down the road, so I like that as well as you drive forward. If there is a little play in there, I mean, they're on there pretty tight. This is just from us throwing them on there. They're on there pretty tight. There's not a lot of extra room in there to adjust, but it would probably fine-tune itself as you go down the road. The chains themselves are made out of high-quality manganese nickel alloy, so they're going to hold up in the elements like the snow and the ice. This also has a diamond pattern, is what they call this style of chain. So that's going to give you more traction and coverage around your tire compared to, you know, like the cable ones that are ladder pattern. That's more for starts and stops. It's really good on these, but these are going to be overall coverage, more traction with the dual-sided D-links here. That's just going to really break down into that ice and snow. And not only that, but if you come up here, you can kind of see the icebreaker too. So that's going to help you smash that ice and get through that and get that grip as you're driving down the road. So you have a nice plastic coating here on the outside chains, which is good because these are the ones you're going to grab. So if you don't have gloves for whatever reason, these won't freeze up. That's good. And it's the same thing here. These are plastic coated, so you don't have to worry about your rims. If it was to make contact, which I have to push on pretty far for it to make contact, but it's all plastic. You're not going to get any scratches on your rim, and that comes even down here to this metal part here. This is plastic. It's got the same on the other side. It doesn't come close to touching the rim either, but if it did, it would be protected. Same up here. So I'm glad they took that extra precautions against the rims of your vehicle. They also come with a nice plastic carrying case. It fits both of the chains in there. It just snaps open pretty easily, which is another nice feature you might not think of because dealing with a bunch of the other chains, sometimes they come in nylon bags that the chains just eventually rip right through, and then you don't have a bag. You're just going to throw them loose in the back seat. It's kind of a pain. I don't want them shifting around and stuff like this. This plastic case is going to last way longer and keep them contained in here with less issues. In it, also, you got the instructions. You got some more of those plastic tabs to help if you want to put them in here. If it was closer to your rims, it's not on the Equinox here, but if it was, you could put them on there too to help further protect against the chains. You also got a kneeling pad and some gloves in here just in case of emergency. Now they're just plastic, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to have them just in case you needed it. And just in case you forget how to install them, it's got the instructions here on the back of the case, which is useful, and this hook and loop spot. So this is going to attach the carpet in the back of your vehicle. That way they won't slide around in this case. Last but not least, they're actually super easy to install. I really like that with these chains. Sometimes the chains can get kind of involved. You have to go back behind the tire and hook something up, and that's doing that on concrete. I don't want to do that in the snow either, so I would rather get these to where all I have to do is run it behind the tire, connect it on top, and that's all the stuff you have to do behind it. It's really easy to hook up. It's color-coded too, so you see the red hooks go with the red links, all the reds attached, and you run this through here. Again, super easy. I'm actually making it sound more complicated by explaining to you. Let's check out how I did it. So the first thing before you go to install your chains is you want to lay them out, make sure there's not any breaks in the chain, or make sure things aren't tangled up. You want it nice and laid out evenly. Even though you're going to take it and run it behind the tire, you just want to make sure you inspect it before you go through the trouble of putting it on your tire. Looks all good laid out here, so I'm just going to take it and slide it behind the tire, because we're going to want to pull this cable up towards the top and connect it up there. So just take it and run through to the other side. There's a break in the middle, so that'll go around the tire. We'll pull these two separate portions, kind of drape it over the tire as we bring it up on the back side. We'll put this connector in here, pull it like that. It's nice and tight, and then continue to help the chain come drape over the top of the tire. Over the front side of the tire, sorry. can be a little confusing when you're laying it out. Go ahead and lay it with the Konig side down so that when you do go to pull it up here like this, you can see the brand name is right up here up front, knowing that you got it right. So we're going to go ahead and connect our front two hooks here. Just like that. It's going to help hold it in place so that I can better adjust the chain along the tire. We'll come down here to the bottom. Go run this chain up and through this portion. You see how it latches in place and keeps it there. You can't pull it back out. So you come up from the bottom and through, get it nice and tight. Then we'll come up here to this section, pull our hook, and attach it to our loop. I'm sorry if my hands were in the way. Hopefully you can see it better now. I'll try it, do it again. Hook and loop with it pulled tight. You can pull a little bit more out of it, and your chains are installed. So they really are that easy to install. It took me no time at all. I think they're nice and tight on the tire. They will self-tension a little bit more. If there was a little bit more play, you could drive on them like this. They would self-align on the tire, but they seem pretty good right now. So I think they're good to go. Well, thanks for hanging out, and I hope this helped.